One, my goodness, just like that. It's a little better. Good morning, whoever is there. Hi, Chatty Jen. I had a little pimple yesterday, and look, it left a spot. Hi, Brenda Pittman. And I'm wearing a cap because I need to wash my hair this morning. It's a totally content-free live stream, and we will be completely plagued by cats. How you guys doing? I just hadn't been live in quite some time, and I thought before I got into my morning chores of cleaning the litter boxes and all of that business, I just go live for a little while to say hi and connect with you guys. Because I ain't been around much. Hi, Carly. Good morning, Angie's Life. It's good to see you, love. We're in a little bit different situation. I just wanted to try a different perspective. Like I said, I will be plagued by cats. Chatty, you moved over the weekend. Oh my goodness, Chatty. I haven't moved in 15 years. I hope to never move again. Hi, Eve. Eve, it's a content-free Braless Kitchen Cult live stream. Capital K Productions, good day to you as well. Thank you for being here. SS Brown Baby, hey, good to see you. You're too honest for this? Actually, it's I'm too honest for this, but, you know, pronouns. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Kiki Eyes. What I was saying about a different perspective, we're in the living room. I'm literally sitting in front. I wanted to try the lighting in front of our picture window. Chatty Jen, your next move will be in your own home. You don't know how much you have until you move. Hi, Puppy, the good troll. Yeah, listen, the one thing that I hope to never move again is the, some people would call it a china cabinet. It's an antique piece of furniture that you kids have seen in my kitchen over the 4 years I've been on YouTube. Because we are, after all, a Braless Kitchen Cult. And yes, I am Braless. But I don't know why I thought that was amusing. It wasn't particularly amusing. Anyway. I hope to never move again. And Chatty Jen, next time you move, I hope you have a mortgage. And I mean that in the best way. No, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit different perspective here in our home. Laura? Yes, old and gray, absolutely. Look, I'll be 75 next month, the 30th of October. I will be 3/4 of a century old. Lucky. I don't know if you've been here when we're in the kitchen or not. We're usually in the kitchen. And I know I'm bouncing off walls. Squirrel, squirrel. But I have no plans. It's a totally casual chat. I got jack shit, okay? It has to be taken apart into 2 pieces. And I don't know how much it weighs, okay? But it takes a crew just to move the china cabinet. So, hi, Nada Dramanana, Pirate Blade. Please. So anywho, like the title says, it's a total casual chat, content free. I'm just bouncing off of you guys. Did I say hi to Kiki Eyes? I think I did. But even though I got nothing for you, as a matter of fact, let me open my trusty laptop over here so that I can see what we look like. No, Laura, I don't put any product on my hair. When you get to be my age and you look as good as I do, there ain't no need to fix what God's done give you. But thank you. I also don't use heat on it. That's why at my age, I have hair that's like silk. What in the world is this? I'm telling you, I think this laptop has got a mind of its own. You turn it off at night, you turn it back off of a morning, and it's been doing something that you didn't even ask it to do. Turn the volume down so we don't get any feedback, and where am I? That is not what I want. My fingers are tacky and they're dragging on the thingamabob. There we are. The lighting's not too awful bad. I wanted to see, before I bounced off a number of the walls in this house a moment ago, how it would work throughout the winter, when there's not as much natural light in the house. If I were to go live sitting at the desk in front of this window. And so far, I'm liking it. It's revealing every single wrinkle I have earned in my life. So, all right, looks like we look okay. Oops, I almost blocked somebody. I didn't mean to. Anywho. Oh, Laura, honey, I know. Sweetheart, if I came off that I was like, whatever, it's just my sense of humor. And I tend to be very blunt and very direct and bold. So, yeah, no offense taken at all, honey. I'm not the type to take offense where none is intended. Don't you worry about stuff like that. Hi, Pam Fogel. Hi, Patty Barnett. So, on you guys' end, maybe I need to turn down the contrast on my laptop that I'm like double checking myself on. On my laptop, I'm too bright, too light. So maybe I just need to turn down the brightness on my laptop. Oh, well. Anyway. Now, Patty Barnett, when you say it looks great, do you mean my gloriously silver and gray and blonde hair? Or do you mean the natural lighting coming through the window? Hey, look. Let me flip the lens, show you what I'm looking at. This is another reason I wanted to sit here. so that I have a little bit different view. Hi, Chroma Chronicles. Not a Drama Nana. Baby, I think you are the only moderator in here. I think I can do it, though, from my laptop. Sweetheart, Not a Drama Nana, if you can, would you please find a link for Chroma Chronicles and drop it in our live chat? Hi, Biscuit Head. How you doing, baby? Mama's in the living room this morning. The only thing I don't like in here is you can see how yellowish my teeth are. Not a Drama Nana, thank you. So, good morning, perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. We are being perfectly imperfect this morning. I have no content. I haven't been live in over a week. Before that, I hadn't been live in several weeks. And YouTube keeps telling me, well, if you don't go live, at least on some fairly regular basis, we're not going to put your old ass in the algorithm. And, you know, we're just a little teeny tiny channel over here. Then we mostly just have a shitload of fun. Well, I have a shitload of fun. I don't know if y'all are having fun because I'm not in your wherever you are. You know, your living room, your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, your hallway, the basement, the attic, out on the front porch. You might be mowing your yard with earbuds in for all I know. Nonetheless, we cannot have If you are new to the Lip Locked No More Braless Kitchen cult, I would like to welcome you this morning on a very serious note. I have taken great expense, huge expense beyond your belief, combined with an extended amount of time, probably 2 minutes. Okay, 2 years. All right, 2 minutes. And I put a great deal of emotional, physical, psychological, all everything you can think of, effort, all effort into creating for our kitchen cult, the Braless one, not the other ones. Don't get us confused with other kitchen cults. We're the Braless kitchen cult. Okay, but back to what I was saying. I put a great deal of time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into upgrading our call to order bell for our official Kitchen Braless cult meetings. I know you all will appreciate all that I have put into this. Hi, Arcade Music. Hi, Big Girl for Life. Now, if you haven't been here before, you may not if you haven't been here before, you may not appreciate the hard work I have put into upgrading the existing call to order bell that was gifted to us by my best friend and next door neighbor, Lillian, who was a chief petty officer in the Navy. Long story, long career. Okay. But she gave us this. 58 and fabulous. Welcome to Baby Doll. You had your birthday because I'm just 57, aren't you? Hi, Susan Bezio. Hi, I'm that Bee Mama Bear. I'm not going to reveal. Today is because I knew 58 and fabulous. You and I darling, stroll down the same mean streets and humorous streets and silly streets and whatever mind-boggling streets of YouTube and live chats. So I've been seeing for a while that on your birthday, you were no longer going to be 57 and free. You were going to be 58 and fabulous, and that is today. And you are here on your birthday, on the very day of the revealing of the upgraded call to order bell for the Lip Lock No More Braless Kitchen cult. But first, we got to call the meeting to order, and then, baby, I'm going to ring your bell with a happy birthday. Yeah. Hi, Carrie Bishop. So, Grama Chronicles, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. Ready? Wait, it needs to be veiled. It isn't veiled. I don't have anything to veil it with except to stick it up underneath my shirt. If I stuck it up underneath my shirt, who knows what would happen because of braless. We don't want to go there. Okay, hi, Rhonda R. Ready? You're going to be bowled over. Okay. Same bell, but look at all the hard work. Look what I did. I went to great expense, hours and hours of endeavor. This is the official Braless Kitchen cult call to order ding dong. So, sorry, I was yelling. I got really excited there for a moment, almost giddy. Okay. In honor of the birthday of 58 and fabulous, with our newly upgraded official call to order Braless Kitchen cult, official Braless Kitchen cult call to order ding dong. If you're wearing earbuds or headphones or anything that might make you scream and grab your ears, we're about to ding dong into order. This is a cult, and I am your trusty leader. Look into my eyes. You'll be hypnotized by my whatever it is I have that makes me act this way. Co-leader, get your asses in order. I will not tolerate obedience. You must be disobedient to me. The meeting is now called to order. Please remove your bras. Unless you're at the office, waiting tables, or digging a ditch, I strongly recommend you keep it on. Now, 58 and fabulous. I got to think of a tune because I make this shit up as I go. It's called ad lib. Oh, another thing before I do the birthday for 58 and fabulous. This morning, it finally dawned on me why so many people on YouTube do not cam up. Because by the time you get ready, you're out of the fucking mood. I mean, you got to look around back here. You got to go, oh, well, what are the motherfuckers going to zoom in on back here? You know, what is not tidy? I don't know if untidy. Yeah, untidy. Not tidy. Tidy less. What's on the TV? Are the cats? You know, what you got to look around. And I've been washing walls, no joke, for 2 fucking days. That's what I've been doing. You know, we got people in here. Oh, I moved over the weekend and I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Oh, today's my birthday. I washed walls for 2 days in the kitchen. I got more to do. But anyway, as I was saying, by the time you put your teeth in, okay, not all of you have to put your teeth in. I don't even have to put all of my teeth in, just these teeth, these over here. Okay. But, you know, you got to wash your face. You got to comb your hair. You've got to put on a ball cap because your hair isn't clean. A lipstick, a little bit of something. Then, for heaven's sake, you have to make sure you got fucking clothes on. Hi, faraway eyes. I mean, you can't cam up nude. Okay, I suppose you could, but you wouldn't be on YouTube for very long. Well, hellfire. It took me 5 minutes to get ready to go live. Yeah. And I know Kitty, and I was almost out of the mood by the time. So, but I am in the mood. While I was stalling there. Hi, Lucia. It only takes 20 minutes at the most. Lucia, it only takes 5 if you put on a ball cap. Good morning, John. $58 and fabulous. It's your birthday, pretty lady. You're 58. And you're fabulous. I hope that you have some cake, some Kool-Aid to drink, and since you're grown up, maybe a cup of coffee. You're 58 and you're fabulous. I'm glad it's your birthday. I'm glad you're here with us. Keep it up. You're doing great. That danged old knee, I hope it don't ache on your birthday. Da, 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 dum. Hi, Mandita 210. On a serious note, happy birthday, 58 and fabulous. And no, Kitty, I don't need help. Thank you guys for saying happy birthday. San Antonio. Mandita, I have never been to San Antonio. I've been to Dallas, been to Fort Worth, been to Kerrville, Austin. I love Austin. Stayed at the Stephen F. Austin Hotel. 58 and fabulous. It's your birthday. You're not supposed, thank you for your super chat, baby, but you're not supposed to give me money on your birthday. But thanks. Thank you for it. But I love Austin, but I've never been to San Antonio, just never had the occasion, never had a reason to go. Y'all, I've got a cat here who, the reason I keep nervously looking over, I have a cup of coffee, my laptop, and there's a cat. Right there. So, darlings, I really don't have anything content-wise for my audience because, well, who else would I have content for? Kitty, you're making mommy awfully nervous there. Most of what I watch, babies, these days on YouTube, you guys don't watch. So I don't bring what I'm watching on a regular basis to you to review or comment on, because I don't think the majority of you would be interested in it. Now, a few of you would, because you are in the same I'm sorry, I'm fixing something. Some of you I have met, in air quotes, so to speak, in live chats, and you're here today. 58 and Fabulous is one of them. Chroma Chronicles is another. There are several of you. If I'm leaving you out, please accept my apology. I don't mean to. But what I am watching for the most part is an absolute train wreck on YouTube that I don't think most of you would be interested in. It is she is very much like Jody Sue Brown. I'm thinking, what do you mean she's very much like Jody Sue Brown? And who are you talking about? My viewers don't like it really when I'm vague. Sorry. Allegedly with Brittany J. In my opinion, a virtual downward spiral train wreck. I don't watch her. I watch the channels that review her. So I don't bring it to y'all. The only reason that she's really on my mind today. Okay, I'm going to take my eyes off chat. I just realized I do have something to say. Now, I doubt that Allegedly with Brittany J will see this. My channel is too small to pop up in feeds and algorithms unless you're subscribed to me and have your notification bell turned on. This is when it comes to Summer Wells. I didn't intend to get serious, but I'm going to. In the last week, this woman has mentioned several times that she might start covering the Summer Wells case. Start covering the Summer Wells case. Over 4 years into Summer's case, she and her baby daddy, Craig, were asked by someone in their chat if they had ever covered Summer Wells, and this would have been about a month ago. Their combined response was, paraphrasing here, She had talked about her a little bit, but it was not beneficial to them. In other words, she didn't make enough motherfucking money off of talking about Summer Wells. You fucking bitch. You don't talk about Summer Wells in her case, her disappearance, the 15th of June of 2021 at the age of 5 from 110 Ben Hill Road in the Rogersville community, or near Rogersville, what actually is called the Beech Creek community, near Rogersville, in Hawkins County, Tennessee, because why? Quote, Craig, it was not beneficial to us, close quote. Bitch. Brittany J., I hope somebody sees this and sends you a link or sends you a clip, because, bitch, I'm talking to you right motherfucking now. On YouTube, you can cover whatever you want to, as long as you fall within terms of service and community guidelines, motherfucker. And YouTube will let you get away with it, but I'm going to tell you this straight up. You low-life, worthless piece of shit. It's bad enough that motherfucking Benny Keys is back up on this platform. Yeah. I don't watch that cocksucker either. His channel is on a do not recommend for me. But Brittany J, BJ, wondering why people call you BJ? Because your motherfucking acronym on your channel is AWBJ, allegedly with Brittany J. BJ, fuck you. If you do start talking about Summer Wells, bitch, I can tell you this much. I will be watching your channel and I will be reviewing you, because for 4 years, I alone, no team, no research team, no mods in a mod chat, no Discord, no nothing, feeding me information. I don't watch other fucking YouTube channels when it comes to Summer Wells, because all I do is get agitated, irritated, and motherfucking pissed off from the irresponsibility, the misinformation, the disinformation, the cocksuckers that come up on the platform because, ooh, Sebastian Rogers is kind of tamped down right now. The little baby's up in Canada, ain't nothing firing on that. And people are only going to stay with Charlie Kirk for so long, aren't they, motherfuckers? So, who is kind of trending a little bit in the last week or so? Summer Moon Utah Wells. Why? Is there new evidence? Has something wonderful happened? No. Candace Bly is on the fly and going on to channels in their chat rooms and making remarks. Fodder for new motherfucking content to benefit you. Now, there may be some of you out there that goes, well, old lady, what the fuck do you think gives you the right to make these kind of statements in regards to a little girl you never met and never will? Because I'm one of the motherfuckers on this platform that has been absolutely and totally responsible when it comes to Summer Wells. That's why. When everyone else dumped on her and left her behind for the new trending case, I stayed with Summer. That's why. Because as I said on my last live stream here, in this household, we eat, breathe, sleep, and dream the name of Summer Moon Utah Wells, day in and day out. Not to an unhealthy place. Look at me. I'm 75 years old. I look great. I feel great. We don't do it to the detriment of our own well-being, our own mental health. We, being my husband and I, fell in love with a little girl named Summer Wells, and we saw what was happening on YouTube. So Brittany J., you talk about Summer Wells all you want. Her name, her face, needs to be kept in the public, just in case the baby is still alive. But if you don't do it responsibly, if you feed off of the gossip mongering of the likes of Jenkins, and you come up on your channel talking about Summer Wells in a way that is detrimental to her case, I will come after you like stink on shit, bitch. And by that, I mean right here on YouTube. I will come up with dirty hair, stinking armpits, unbrushed teeth, and no coffee. And I will drag your fucking ass from dawn till dusk every fucking day if you in any way. And you better feel that. I need a cigarette. Patty, all of these children. Oh, I'm not going to cry. Patty Barnett. Not only Summer, but all of these missing people, not just the children. The missing people. I'm preaching to the choir. I am absolutely preaching to the choir. Babies, I need a cigarette. Let's go outside. Y'all grab your barf bags. I'm going to pick you up and carry you outside with me. Got to make sure you're on this tripod nice and tight. I don't want to drop my phone. I thought I was going to have one of those live streams where I just bounced off of chat and got kind of silly for an hour before we go on our way today. I'm not going to apologize for that rant. I meant every word I said. Hang on while I get you positioned here. I'm trying to be as steady as I can, y'all. Not to move you around too awful much. Somebody, I see Carrie saying good morning to someone. Nico Warp Drive, good morning. So you guys agree that the lighting will be okay there if I, through the winter, maybe use the desk in the living room and sit in front of the picture window, and who knows, maybe we'll get a good snow here in Arkansas this winter, and I can sit at the desk and you guys can watch the snow falling out the front window while I jack my jaws about absolute nonsense. Hi, Air Force vet. I don't think you've been over here before, but I see you in chats that we both go into. Perfectly Imperfect. I absolutely love when Susie sings Perfectly Imperfect. I like it when you call me Susie. Nobody's called me Susie since my mother passed away. July 12th, 2012. And I had Tangi Cooper. Hi, Bland. '58 and Fabulous, baby. I see that you're communicating there with Chroma Chronicles. Yes, she did. I had to shut it down. I couldn't listen anymore. Baby, I don't know what you're referring to. Carrie, you're saying hello to a lot of people whose names I don't recognize, but I'm very grateful that you're here. Dirty Money. '58 and Fabulous. Honey, is she live now? Or like last night? '58. Because as I said, baby, I don't watch her. I watch people who review her, mostly a channel called Nonsense. Nonsense brings the receipts, and she doesn't take things out of context. The lives on Nonsense channel will often be hours long because when she's presenting her content with receipts, she doesn't like for it to be all clipped up and people be able to say, well, you took that out of context and whatnot. So mostly I'm watching her on a channel called Nonsense. Also, Queen Bee, Hillbilly Belinda, Burnt Toast. These are names of channels that I've been watching these reviews on. Burnt Toast is excellent. Par excellence with Burnt Toast. Yeah, '58 and Fabulous. Nonsense backs up everything she says, and so does Burnt Toast. And I really, truly appreciate channels that if they're going to come to us, like me, I'm sitting here just going off, right, about this AWBJ. I didn't show you anything to substantiate that what I'm saying is true. So you have the options to either believe me, not believe me, or go and check it out yourself, which is what I always recommend, isn't it? Now, I say to you babies, if I'm not worth my word, I'm worth less. That's how I was brought up. There's only been one time on this channel I can think of that my audience was purposefully misled. It was a punk. Y'all remember what punking is? Do people even punk people anymore? But once the punking was over, I went live and said, hey, we just punked y'all. Anybody even remember what I might be referring to from maybe 3 years ago? Yes, Air Force vet. Now, what I was going to say about that is, I like y'all to go, if I say something to you and I'm not proving to you that what I'm saying is correct or true or factual, I want you to go check it out. Go check me out. And call me out if I have misled you, because I don't want to do that. Okay? All right, I got to do something about this. This is driving me crazy. I'm turning into AWBJ messing with my hair. But burnt toast and nonsense, they'll tell you what I'm telling you. They will tell it to you much more eloquently, and then they will prove to you with receipts that what they're saying is correct. Perfectly imperfect, honey. I really do like these kind of live streams. Now, for anybody that's not a regular over here, they might be like, well, this is boring. I don't even know what she's referring to, so on and so forth. When I do this kind, which most of my live streams are, just sitting around chatting with the chat, you know, they're not used to me, they're not used to y'all, and there's some folks that may come in that are new, and we want to give them a chance to see if they like us or not. So when new folks come in, I'm grateful to the established chat, if you will, that y'all are welcoming to other people, and you don't do like, well, who's that? Where'd they come from? There's new people every day, babies. Not just new to the channel. There are people watching YouTube today, somewhere in the world, that have never turned on YouTube before. There are people watching YouTube today that know nothing about Summer Wells. They've never heard her name. That's why it is so important to continuously reiterate the facts, which you can pretty much hold in the palm of your hand. And to keep, if you saw my community post last night, I was so distraught when I made that post. It's not like me to make such a post. But last night, I felt so overwhelmed with the realization of these different ones who use cases to, I'm trying to be delicate here with my vocabulary. New ones that are watching, listening, or have just come into our chat for the first time may not have read at the top of my homepage here. I cuss a lot, so I'm trying not to. It's very important in any case, not just Summers. To not incite your audience through gossip mongering, hyperbole, histrionics, melodramatics, things of that nature. It is an injustice to the missing to use techniques y'all, my regular audience knows that when I get very angry, I cry. So I would want to say to anyone unfamiliar with me, don't ever fucking mistake my tears for weakness. When I become angry enough that I start to cry, it's a damn good thing I cannot reach through my phone. I don't own anything on YouTube but this channel. I'm proud of this channel, and I adore my audience. It is extremely important for anybody who doesn't know about Summer or others that they be presented with the facts. When we speculate on this channel, which is not very often, we make it clear that that is exactly what we are doing, that we are speculating, and that it is for discussion only. And I do my best not to hype up my viewers to the point that they start going into other chat rooms and making false claims and spreading disinformation and misinformation. I cannot say that for other channels. So for anybody who may be listening now, or might see this on a rewatch, hi, my name is Susan. Welcome to Lip Locked No More. Summer Moon Utah Wells disappeared at the age of 5 on the 15th of June of 2021. According to Leslie Earhart, the public information officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, that happened sometime in the early afternoon hours. Summer was first missing and endangered at 11:16 a.m. on June 16th of 2021, I beg your pardon. Summer was escalated to an Amber Alert. Why? Again, based on the words of Leslie Earhart from the TBI, based on new information. We, the public, do not know what that new information was. To this day, it has not been revealed to us. We don't know who the information came from, but we know that it came between 7:03 p.m., the 15th of June of 2021, which is the time the first law enforcement officer arrived at 110 Ben Hill Road, Summer's home. 7:03 p.m., June 15th, 2021. Sometime overnight, new information was obtained by law enforcement that elevated Summer from missing and endangered to Amber Alert, although no vehicle was ever spotted in relationship to her disappearance. Now, why would I bring that out? Because it's one of the 4 prerequisites for issuing an Amber Alert. Summer's case has been complex and complicated from the very beginning. From the moment her birth date, February 4th, 2016. And if you want to know the absolute facts and details of her case, you go to TBI Newsroom /Summer Wells. A new age progressed image, I started to say photograph, but image of Summer was issued in August. And my personal plea to you, go to TBI Newsroom, Summer Wells. Learn what is there so that if you find yourself in a live chat on YouTube where either the creator, their panel guests, or those in their live chat are spreading disinformation or disinformation, you have the ammunition you need, the ammunition called facts. And you can dispel the rumors. You can correct the misinformation. And when you hear the disinformation, you can call that person out for being a liar because you have the facts. So that's my personal appeal to each and every one of you, no matter who is covering Summer Wells. Keep on straight. Let that whole cigarette burn up just about. So I'm going to light another. How long have we been on here? 56 minutes, and I like to keep it to about an hour. Is crime creepy in here? I just saw somebody, I thought I saw somebody saying howdy do to crime creepy. Hi, Mimi Jean. Hi, lovely. So I reckon I ought to read you guys a little piece of something, because that's how we say goodbye around these here parts. If you're new, you may wonder why I oscillate, something between a more professional sounding voice with diction, articulation, enunciation, things of that nature. But it has been 40 years since I was a television newscaster and news director. So I quite often, okay, 58 and Fabulous. It may not be the song, maybe it won't be Landslide. I can't get all the words in my head. But yeah, for your birthday, we'll do that. We'll do a Stevie Nicks. Or at least a verse. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I like to keep my lives to about an hour. I'm a busy woman. And I don't like to leave my audience upset or uptight or feeling bad. So I will slip into the Arkanese because it makes people chuckle when I speak, when I talk like we talk in Arkansas. And I'll use colloquialisms, and I'll go into this Arkansas accent that is my natural speaking voice rather than enunciating and speaking clearly the way I would if I were actually still on television. But I want to welcome anybody that's new. We're glad you're here. If you're a fucking asshole, up your ass with a wire brush, motherfucker. How you like me now? So I usually read my audience a little piece of something to kind of get us out of whatever mood I might have put us into. And I sang yins a song, or at least part of one. And I usually jack it up pretty badly. Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon and dig your grave. Heartless challenge. Pick your path and I'll pray. Wake up in the morning and see your sunrise, love go down. I knew I'd mess up the words, 58 and Fabulous. Heartless challenge. I'm gonna just back it up. I knew I would do that. I haven't done this song in years. Pick your path and I'll pray. Here we go, 58 and Fabulous. We're going into the chorus, baby. Sing it with me. Well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Now tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? Well, I butchered that one, baby. I butchered it. I knew I would. Let's go in and find us a little piece of something to read right quick. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hill, well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Hang on. A good friend of mine brought me a book. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, just a little bit tighter now, baby. Flies on that coleslaw. I love you so much and I can't let go. No, no, no. Hang on a minute. Dang nabbit, it's 58 and Fabulous birthday. And all she wanted was a Stevie Nicks song. I hope I got enough chart on here. Give me a minute. Hold on. Excuse me, just a little bit tighter now, baby. Let me get out my trusty new laptop. Let me whip this out on you. Come on. Double tap. Lyrics, Gold Dust Woman. Lyrics, Gold Dust Woman. Do what I said. Lyrics, Gold Dust Woman. I get so aggravated when technology does not cooperate. Another correction. I ain't aggravated. Neither are you. You know why? Because you don't aggravate a person. You irritate a person. You aggravate a situation. I need y'all out there to stop saying, that aggravates me. No, it doesn't. It irritates you. Fucking word police over here. Hi, Queese. Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon and dig your grave. Heartless challenge. Pick your path and I'll pray. Wake up in the morning and see your sunrise. Love will go down. Lousy lovers pick their prey, but they never cry out loud. Cry out. Why did she make you cry? Make you break down? Shatter your illusions of love. Why, tell me, is she over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? Rock on, ancient queen. Follow those who pale in your shadow. Rulers make bad lovers. You better put your kingdom up for sale. Up for sale. Where did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Or tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? Where did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Well, tell me, is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? And go home. Happy birthday, 58 and fabulous. My friend Brandy brought me a book that meant something to her. I have not cracked its pages until this moment. So I have no idea what is in this book that my friend Brandy, a very good friend, would think might be of interest or of benefit to myself. It's titled The Untethered Soul, A Journey Beyond Yourself. It's written by Michael A. Singer, #1 New York Times bestseller, more than 1 million copies sold. So, we're going to read a paragraph or two. If y'all find anything of value in it, we might use this book as part of our content and just read the whole dang thing. I'll wait and find out what y'all think. Because there might be something in it we don't like. We don't know. We ain't been there yet. Thank you, Carrie, darling, for the copyright disclaimer. By the way, this book was published by the New Harbinger Publications Incorporated, 2007. The copyright is held by Michael A. Singer, New Harbinger Publications Incorporated. Okay, copyright 2007, to which I have no rights at all. Chapter 1. Hi, Jen Sparky. Chapter 1, The Voice Inside Your Head. Now, like I said, we may stumble across something and we go, oh, we don't like that. If we do, we'll put the book down, okay? All right, the chapter opens with a short quote, and the quote is not accredited to anyone. So within quotes, shoot, I can't remember her name. What is her name? Darn, here she comes. What is it, Sally? Sue? She just told me yesterday. What's the matter with me? This is going to be embarrassing. Close the quote. In case you haven't noticed, you have a mental dialogue going on inside your head that never stops. It just keeps going and going. Have you ever wondered why it talks in there? How does it decide what to say and when to say it? How much of what it says turns out to be true? How much of what it says is even important? And if right now you are hearing, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't have any voice inside my head, that's the voice I'm talking about. If you're smart, you'll take the time to step back, examine this voice, and get to know it better. The problem is you're too close to be objective. You have to step way back and watch it converse. While you're driving, you hear internal conversations like, wasn't I supposed to call Fred? I should have. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. He's going to be so mad. He may never talk to me again. Maybe I should stop and call him right now. No, I don't want to stop the car right now. Notice that the voice takes both sides of the conversation. It doesn't care which side it takes, just as long as it gets to keep on talking. When you're tired and trying to sleep, it's the voice inside your head that says, what am I doing? I can't go to sleep yet. I forgot to call Fred. I remembered it in the car, but I didn't call. If I don't call now, oh, wait, it's too late. I shouldn't call him now. I don't even know why I thought about it. I need to fall asleep. Oh, shoot, now I can't fall asleep. Now I'm not tired anymore, but I have a big day tomorrow, and I have to get up early. No wonder you can't sleep. Why do you even tolerate that voice talking to you all the time? Even if what it's saying is soothing and nice, it's still disturbing everything you're doing. If you spend some time observing this mental voice, the first thing you will notice is that it never shuts up. When left to its own, it just talks. Imagine if you were to see someone walking around constantly talking to himself. You would think he was strange. You would wonder if he's the one who's talking and he's the one who's listening. He obviously knows what's going to be said before he says it. So what's the point? The same is true for the voice inside your head. Why is it talking? It's you who's talking, and it's you who's listening. And when the voice argues with itself, who is it arguing with? Who could possibly win? It gets very confusing. Just listen. I think I should get married. No, you know you're not ready. You'll be sorry, but I love him. Oh, come on. You felt that way about Tom. What if you had married him? If you watch carefully, you'll see that it's just trying to find a comfortable place to rest. It will change sides in a moment if that seems to help, and it doesn't even quiet down when it finds out that it's wrong. It simply adjusts its viewpoint and keeps on going. If you pay attention, these mental patterns will become obvious to you. It's actually a shocking realization when you first notice that your mind is constantly talking. You might even try to yell at it in a feeble attempt to shut it up. But then you realize that's the voice yelling at the voice. Shut up! I want to go to sleep. Why do you have to talk all the time? So y'all let me know if you think you would like to continue. I'm sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. If you would like to hear more from the Untethered Soul, so far it sounds to me like it might be a little bit engaging, entertaining, and fun. So, y'all don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I've got litter boxes to clean, more walls to wash, and this nasty head of gray and silver hair to get shampooed. And I started to say, I almost lied to you. I started to say I hadn't planned supper yet, but actually I did. I took the meat out to thaw last night. So, rock on, Gold Dust Woman. Oh, is she going to say goodbye? Yeah, but before she does, she, being me, creeps me out when people talk in second and third person. It's going to remind you just a couple of things. Well, one thing. You have a superpower. It's called kindness. It might be a little bit rusty on you these days because you got to whip your superpowers out and use them regularly to keep them all shiny and clean. Now, when you go to spreading that kindness, that superpower you've got, don't just throw it around willy-nilly hither and yon to every motherfucker that walks up to you or comes across, you in a chat on YouTube. Because indeed, there are some low-life motherfuckers out there that don't deserve your kindness. That's where your discernment comes in. Sometimes that discernment's going to fail you, and you'll spread kindness in a place that later on it may come back to slap you in the face, and you go, well, why did I ever do that? You did it because you're a kind person. Sometimes when you're good, you get bit in the ass by a snake. Here's the good news. It ain't poisonous, and you will survive it. You'll learn a lesson from it, and you'll do better the next time. How about that? Now then. You never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. But when you put your arms around me, I get a feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Captain Smith left Pocahontas, and I can't remember the words. So I'll just close out with this one and let you know that you're not all turds. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Now get the hell out of my kitchen and behave yourselves, and believe me, if you don't, this old great granny will know it. Bye-bye, babies.